Awesome. Thank you all so much. My name is Brad, and I am the director here at House Working and Healthy, and I am so excited to open up our April Iron Chef and celebrate our seniors. Let's give it up for them. We are a culinary and job training program. Our mission is right up here on the wall. We help people on their path to self-sufficiency. With this culinary program, we provide job training and, very importantly, mental health supports, all leading to sustained employment. And some of our graduates are already working. We're so proud of them, their hard work. And this is a capstone event prior to next week's graduation and our Iron Chef. I want to quickly introduce our judges. We're so thankful for them coming in to take time out of their busy days in the community. We've got Chef Lamb from Metro State. Appreciate you. One of our big supporters from the community, Claire. And we got Dan, who's opening up additional shops from Convict Coffee all around town. We really appreciate Dan's help. All right, we'll do more introductions after we get started to the rest of the staff and the team, and appreciate all the people from the community coming here to support all of our Iron Chefs. So now I'd like to introduce Chef Mike.
Welcome everybody. Thank you for our chefs for being here today. It's a really commemorative event for our students. Our first Iron Chef is Sendika.
Hi everyone, my name is Cindy. Today my food is going to be a fried rib, a fried cabbage. It's also going to be a grilled salmon sushi roll. And I came up with this because this is basically my black girl experience in these American streets. I'm from the South originally.
All right
so
now.
we grill and fry everything. And growing up with my Asian friends in the nail salon, I learned how to eat sushi. So I want to encompass a bit of everything.
That's
So
right.
I hope you all enjoy. Thank you. I also included a drink of sweet tea because once again I'm from the South, you gotta have sweet tea. And this is my beautiful sous chef, Iris. So on the fried rib, we baked it a little bit before we fried it, and then I put a mango habanero flavor on the top for our fried rib so we could deep fry it. The cornbread is baked cheddar, jalapeno. The cabbage is fried with onions and a little bit of red peppers. And then our sushi has avocado and cucumber on the inside, with a soy glaze on top. I had everything, including the sushi. Like I was telling everyone, I grew up with the nail salon with my Asian friends. They introduced me. So everything else is my soul food. The sushi has my soul food, which is why I wanted to roll it a little bit. Trying to invite you all to the barbecue. Inside the sushi is there's a seasoning, carbonara, mango, with cucumber and avocado. What did I put on? The seasoning is carbonara mango.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We're going to give him one more minute, and I know Chef Lane's going to kick us off because he knows the drill.
For anyone who doesn't know how to spell my name, that's E-N, E as in David, E-C-A.
Once again, please, I'm sorry.
S-E-N, E as in David, E-C-A.
Senza. I'm challenged. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? We used to have those commercials for the phones up. Can you hear me now? Senka, first of all, you've got a lot of different flavors here that happen to just meld together wonderfully. You know, I thought you were going off in a couple of different directions, but those directions actually came back together. The fried cabbage is not oily, it's tasty, it's flavorful. I used to run a barbecue restaurant. Never thought about dropping a rib in the fryer, but boy, the crispiness. A lot of times when we look at food, we're looking at it, but think about mouthfeel. And the mouthfeel comes home to me, which is great. Are we calling that a cornbread?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. I just came back from Charleston. I was down there for a week, enjoying Southern food like you can't believe it, the Charleston Food Wine Festival. So everything was Deep South cooking, and I just loved it so much. I appreciate you. And the sushi is perfect. You got a great yin and yang on the flavor there, with the along with the salmon. You've got the avocado in there. It's perfect. Very nice. Thank you so much.
First of all, Seneca, to you and all the other chefs, please take no offense at how little I eat. I really have to pace myself. I'm a grazer. That's no reflection on your food. I say that rib is absolutely to die for. I'm from Alabama. I know barbecue, and it is so good. The sweetness, but it's not cloyingly sweet. It's got everything has a little bit of a good heat to it. It comes on a little late, but never too much. I really like your cornbread. I know we could have discussions all day long about whether or not sugar belongs in cornbread. And yours is perfectly kind of neutral. It's great. And I love your sweet tea. That was really well done. Well done.
Thank you, Seneca. This is a really amazing meal, great way to start. I have to agree, if I eat everything, I would never be able to do this, so thank you so much. The ribs were definitely my favorite. I've never had a fried rib before. That was phenomenal. The crisp on that thing was just delicious. And then I did want to point out on the sushi, it's really tough to get sushi rice right and have it stick together but still kind of fall apart in your mouth and have that great flavor. And I thought the sushi was amazing. So thank you so much.
Hello, Seneca. I think from just kind of being next to me, you saw how much I was able to enjoy your meal. I honestly never grew up eating any barbecue in general. You know, I'm from Texas originally, and having this experience of trying a fried rib is something completely new for me. So I really loved it. I really enjoyed the sushi. The rice, like you mentioned, it was perfectly cooked. It wasn't too bland. It wasn't too hard. And a lot of sushi places that I've tried here in Colorado can't even get that right. So the fact that you could get it right speaks volumes. Yeah.
Welcome, moving on to our next Iron Chef. And our next Iron Chef is Jake.
Then we do have the drink come out as well.
Awesome. Thank you all for being here. My name is Jay Schneider. I'm super happy to be here at HWH. Also, a huge thank you to Amy, my sous chef, and everybody at HWH. So, happy to have you all here. What we have today is a bison burger. All right, thank you guys. So we have a bison burger with a jalapeno popper, with panko crumbs, raspberry barbecue sauce, and a white cheddar and habanero green cheese. This was inspired off of a campfire burger that I grew up eating with my dad. My dad is a huge inspiration to me, and his favorite food is a burger. And once we started going to Great Burger and trying this campfire burger, the flavors really inspired me and something that really spoke to me. So it meant the world for me to recreate this in my own spin. Along with that, I did some sweet potato fries with a Peruvian green sauce with cilantro as well as a garnish. And then for your drink, that is a pineapple jalapeno with a little bit of mint and ginger beer as well. I went for a sweet, savory, and spicy salad, but I really hope you enjoy. Dad, do you want to come up here?
I didn't expect you to invite me up here, but
Those burgers look great, and as Steve said, I am definitely a burger fan. So, hopefully I get to taste it.
He's got one for you.
We admire your son so much, his hard work, his persistence, and he is just going after it. We're so proud of him.
If I can say one thing, I'm so happy to be here at HWH. This place has been absolutely incredible for me, and I was thinking about the first day that I met Brad, and he asked me the question and talked about my previous experience because I grew up in the kitchens. I started working when I was 14. I became a manager by the time I was 16. I was a general manager by the time I was 19. And he said, "Well, do you need to be here?" And that question really stuck with me, and I thought about it. And the thing that brought me back to food is community, and that's exactly what we're doing here at HWH. When I had my relapse and I was lost, I didn't know what to do with myself, and I was isolated and alone. And so when Brad, you asked me that question of, do you need to be here? Absolutely. I've grown so close with so many people here, and I've learned so much, and it's only going to go forward from here. But thank you. The dessert is a raspberry cheesecake. It's a no-bake raspberry cheesecake. I hope you enjoy it.
Little snack.
Very good little cut. Be careful.
I have the pleasure of having Jake cook in our kitchen at our house. I think what your food says to me is you're really good at balancing flavors. The popper sets off the sweetness, barbecue sauce on the slider really, really well. Same goes with the green sauce with the sweet potato fries. And that raspberry cheesecake, again, it's not super sweet. I think a lot of people go over sweet with desserts. And actually, the heat on that drink kind of helps too. It just balances everything out. You're very good at balancing your flavors. Well done.
Jake, great flavors here. You know, everybody's so hooked on regular French fries, but the sweet potato fries, they're great. The other problem is a lot of people run into, they make their fries too greasy. The oil's not hot enough, it absorbs too much oil. These are crisp, and I love the aioli over the top there. It just gives it a nice balance. The bison sliders, they're great. The popper in there. You see these pictures of these burgers that are this tall. You can't eat them like that. You have to deconstruct them. So that's what I did. But I went down a couple of layers. The popper was terrific. I love the mouthfeel on that. Then I put the burger back together and I had the burger. Excellent. Very good job. The dessert, the raspberry cheesecake. Another great thing, we got some spice here, saltiness, it brings in the sweetness, it rounds it all out, Jake. Very well done. I wish you did dinner at my house.
Congrats, Jake. This is amazing. I'm a big fan of burgers, and I actually feel like it's really tough to get a good hamburger out there. I should open one of these in Parker very well. Really like the sweet, savory blend you had. I've never had a brulee pineapple before. That was phenomenal. And to me personally, we talked about everything, and everything was really good. But I got sober about 2 years ago, and having a drink that I really enjoy that isn't alcoholic is hard to find. I would drink that all day. That's a phenomenal beverage. So thank you so much.
Really good stuff, Jake. Yeah, man. I know I had tried the sauce before, and I kind of tried it by itself, and I can say that it didn't shine as much as it did today on top of this fries. So, really good stuff. The burger, specifically, I think the textures were amazing. None of it was mushy. Everything was pretty crispy and exactly where it needed to be. And I love the fact that both the cheese, the jalapeno and the actual cheese that you included in it blend with the whole sweetness of the whole dish. And so I really enjoyed it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, next up we have David.
Yeah, I decided to go with something from my home country, Norway. This is called farakal. It's a lamb stew, braised lamb cabbage stew, which is the national dish in Norway. It has roasted carrots. I use the carrot tops to garnish. Roasted potatoes that were finished braising in the stew. Hope you guys enjoy. Well, I am a third generation Norwegian, so. Yeah, this is something my grandmother would make a lot. Yeah, she came from the old country back in, I think, 1929. Yep, always. It was usually on a special occasion we'd have this one. It would be something significant in the family, something to celebrate. And it always reminds me of home. And Rose is my sous chef. She was considerably a lot of help.
While the judges are just having a little taste, Dave, you don't mind me sharing a little bit. Dave often comes into my office and he says hello. He's a super friendly guy, always just checking in on me and saying hi. And today he came in and checked a couple times. And I could tell he was a little nervous about this, weren't you? A little bit nervous, right? A lot nervous. So he's a lot nervous today about Iron Chef. From what you had shared with me, this is such an important dish for you because of your heritage, your grandparents, your family, and you got a lot of memories from that. And so this was really special and important for him. And so I think a couple times today, a couple times we talked and you said breathe, and a couple times I just looked at you and I said, you got this, David, you got this. And look at this. These judges are enjoying. I'm watching them. They're taking notes. They're enjoying all the different flavors. So you have succeeded once again, David. Well done. Well done. Good job.
All right, David. First thing is I'm going to need you to go and get me a to-go box, please, because this is going to be my dinner. The lamb is perfectly cooked. It's tender, falling apart. The veggies are also perfectly cooked. The richness of the broth isn't too much. It doesn't overpower anything. This is just such a homey dish, and I can see your Norwegian heritage in it. Well done here.
David, my last name is Lamb. Where do I go from here? David, excellent job. A couple of things, and I always like to try to help the chefs, but also give a quick lesson. You use heirloom carrots, and they're, I just did a dish at home the other night, and they came up, we're in the middle of dinner, and they're not cooked enough. Those heirloom carrots seem to take much longer to do, to cook. You nailed it on this one. Everything. Oh yeah. And every cuisine has a similarity. Here in America it's beef stew. In France it might be pot au feu or cassoulet. But when everything comes together in a big stew-like pot. This is excellent. Very indicative of Scandinavian culture up there. And I applaud you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, David. This was incredible. My grandmother was from Spain, and she made stew for me when I was a baby well, and this kind of had that really nourishing, comforting quality to it. It felt like you're eating something from someone who loves you, and reminded me of being a child having her cook for me. Really phenomenal. The broth was just a lot of depth and flavor, very herby, and picked up the flavor of the meat, and I could just drink the broth. To be honest with you, very happy with that. Bite on the lamb was phenomenal, and I would just say, for me, this would be something I would take home as well. This is a really nice plate, so thanks.
Well, Dave, we've gotten a chance to work together a lot these quite a couple of weeks, right? And I think tasting this dish and being able to taste those same flavors that you were able to taste when you were smaller gave me kind of a more understanding of who you are, and what you used to taste when you were children as well. So it really helps me understand who you are as well. So thank you. Yeah. Very tough being a judge over here and enjoying all of these foods and rating one more above the other because they're all so amazing. Yeah.
All right, we've got one more contestant, and they are getting the final touches on their dishes. It's going to be amazing, so give the judges just a second to allow some of that food to move down and make room for one more. How's everyone doing? Everyone feeling okay? Yeah? Everyone okay? All right. We got lots of beverages, so you've got that going. And here it comes. I see it coming, so get ready for number 4. We got more coming. And I believe number 4 senior is Jared himself, so let's welcome Jared.
Hello, I'm Jared. Today we made a seared ground beef seasoned with garlic, onion, and cumin, wrapped in a flour tortilla with refried beans, green chili with braised pork, hand-cut fries, deep-fried top with green chili, and salsa made with tomatoes, jalapenos, fresno, and cilantro.
Let's go.
I couldn't have done it without my sous chef Angelo here. This meal means a lot to me. Just growing up, kind of had like a dull palate, and I didn't really want to eat exactly. Go to a new restaurant, and I found this was good. My dad told me to try it, and it became my go-to meal throughout my whole life. Even as my palate has developed, this is just something that reminds me of being young and happy, you know, like, I can say this is delicious. My wife had never tried it, and I remember taking her to a restaurant and ordering it, and she was like, what is this? And by the second bite, we had ended up just switching plates, because she was like, yeah, I want more of this. I love everything about it. It reminds me of Denver. Like, I order this everywhere. I order this from Chubby's. I order this from renowned restaurants. I actually just went to a place this weekend and tried it from a place that Chef Mike had suggested me to go to try a great one, hot chili, and it's just has a homey feel to it. It'll always fill you. The chili cheese fries, everything about it just reminds me of a homey, young Jared. It's a simple dish to put together, actually. It's just literally tortilla, making a burger patty. That's what they call it, the Mexican hamburger. The salsa is really the component that brings everything together. It's without the pork green chili, you're not gonna make a good Mexican hamburger. So putting it all together, it's a real simple dish, and that's where I like to go with it. You can't mess it up, but you can also not make a great one. So I hope I made a great one for you guys today. Not too spicy. If it were me personally, I would have went crazy with the spice. Putting it together, like I said, without Angelo, I had to get another Latino here with me and just get his talent.
That's right.
Like Jake said, HWH gave me a little bit of confidence in the fact that I had never cooked before outside of in my own kitchen, and never really, I thought I could do it. When I got the opportunity to come to HWH, I learned my voice. I came into this kitchen. Not only do you find friendship and community, but you also get a little confidence in yourself, as I did, that I could actually do this for a living. Chefs, the two chefs are, everybody talks about them, but these two chefs, we're lucky to have them. I also made one for myself and my wife to go home tonight, so getting one for myself.
Brownie points.
Thank you. Jared, great job here. You know, it's, I'm like you. I like to try to hit all the Mexican restaurants and see what's happening out there. I'm a big fan of Los Dos Potrios. But, man, you put this one together. This is very, very nice. A lot of flavors in there popping. But everything lines up on a plate. It becomes a big mishmash. And that's the whole beauty of Mexican food. I love it. So you've done a very good job. I like the chunky pork with the green chili. Very nice. Really stands out. It's more pronounced. You know, something other than pork is just big, you know. I know. So you did a good job on the chili. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to say, first of all, you're going to need some more help because you need to jar that salsa and sell it. It is- And I think you need to probably do the same with the green chili. I'm a connoisseur of green chili through my husband, who absolutely loves it. It's his favorite food. And he's going to be really happy if he gets a couple bites of that tonight. That was really, really well done. I'll say too, with the fries, it's kind of hard sometimes for fries to hold up under a sauce like that. And those did. You did a really great job.
I wrote down the salsa is amazing. I'm definitely not a chef, man, but I'll eat that all day long. I could see that thing just flying out of the food truck somewhere. You making a killing, honestly. I'd never had a Mexican hamburger before. I didn't know what that was. I've had like a chimichanga with a hamburger before, but that was delicious, man. And I agree on the green chili. It's hard to find really good green chili. I would have took the spicier stuff too, but that was phenomenal. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate it.
Well, Jared, as I told you earlier today, I never tried a Mexican hamburger before, at least the way that you guys make it right here in Denver. But I have no doubt, man, that if I brought any of my friends that live in Mexico, eat in Mexico, to eat this, they would completely enjoy it, man. You know, they would take this over that Mexican hamburger that I was telling you about earlier. Get that out of here, man. This, what you made is really good. So, appreciate that, man. Yeah.
And I want to shout out to my sous chefs for taking all the credit. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's give it up for all the chefs. We're going to scoot these tables forward a little bit. We want all the Iron Chefs to get behind the judges. If the judges can pull forward just a little bit, and then we're going to get pictures of all the Iron Chefs with the first Iron Chefs with the judges, and then closer. We're going to get a picture with each with all them, and then let's see. Angelo, can you scoot down a little bit so Seth can get all the way in, and then
Down to the floor, Angelo. My bad.
okay. So everybody look at Jada right here.
Hold on. Just gotta get set.
Okay, everybody look at Jada.
Look at
We're gonna
me
do
right
pictures.
here,
1, 2,
please.
3. 1, 2, 3. And then let's
Stop talking to each other. Look at me. Thank you very, very much.
and then let's get the chefs in there. Chefs, you want to be in there? Let's keep. Come on, chefs. Come on. Where's Chef Mike? Where's Chef Mike? That's it.
Off your phone, please.
All right, Chef Lamb. Waiting on you.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Your
All right,
phone.
good. Now I need all the Iron Chefs to come right